Welcome back. So we've got 9 games in the NHL tonight. We've got 5 starting at 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern, and we go right up till a game that starts at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern, and of course it's in California because that's how California rolls. So we're going to start off with the 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific Montreal-Toronto game, which of course will be available on Sportsnet, I do believe, here in Canada, as will this one down here. October 13th, January 6th, March 26th, and April 9th are the 4 dates where these teams will see each other during the regular season. So preseason, getting to know each other, and then in the regular season, it starts getting serious. I would think Toronto has some regulars in the lineup tonight. They had almost none yesterday, although Jack Campbell had a good game. So I think that's a good omen for them. And Toronto-Montreal, classic matchup. Also at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, we have Buffalo and Pittsburgh. The Buffalo Sabres, of course, going through the rebuild. In Pittsburgh, kind of a slapdash roster as far as their forwards go right now. These teams meet 3 times during the regular season, November 16th, December 17th, and March 23rd. So it'll be interesting to see how things go. Buffalo is... It's predictable how Buffalo's going to do this year, but there's still going to be stories to watch there. 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, the Carolina Hurricanes and Nashville Predators renew their rivalry. This rivalry will not exist much during the regular season. They only meet twice. October 16th, so right near the start of the season, then December 19th. So the only way they see each other after Christmas this year is if they meet in the Stanley Cup Final, which I don't think that's going to happen, but hey, you just never know, right? And then people will be like, see, now you said it's not going to happen, so it's going to happen. 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. We then have Philadelphia and the Islanders. So for Philadelphia, it's been a busy preseason. For the Islanders, we'll see how things go with this one tonight. These teams, of course, meet each other 4 times, being in the same division and all. November 30th, January 17th, January 15th, and March 20th. And I'm aware that not every division rival meets 4 times. It's just if they meet 4 times, they have to be in the same division. 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, Florida and Tampa. Yes, the Battle of Florida is really and truly now a battle. It is an actual rivalry now that they're both pretty good. October 19th, they'll meet in the regular season. Then they meet November 13th, December 30th, and April 24th. So they only meet half the amount of times they met last year during the regular season. I'm guessing that there'll be just as much intensity in those games. And Florida's going to want to finish ahead of Tampa in the standings again, because that's what you want to do, right? You want to finish ahead of your rivals, and Tampa would be that for Florida. At 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, the St. Louis Blues and Dallas Stars also renew their rivalry. It's one that's gone in favor of St. Louis for the most part, especially in the postseason. They meet 4 times during the regular season, November 20th, December 14th, and December 17th, as well as January 9th. So they meet 3 times over a period of a little under 4 weeks. And then they're done with one another. So could be an interesting 3-week period there for either St. Louis or Dallas if they're in a tight race for a playoff spot. And both of them could be. 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, we will also see the Vegas Golden Knights and the Colorado Avalanche renewing their rivalry with one another. October 26th, the first time they meet during the regular season. Then they meet December 27th and February 26th. So only 3 meetings this year, down from 8 last year, which will be fine for Colorado and their fans. And they shouldn't meet in the playoffs unless it's in a conference final. And if it's in a conference final, Colorado fans would be very happy with that as well. Then at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, Seattle and Vancouver. Since this is Seattle's first visit to Vancouver, I'm leaning towards watching and reviewing this one tonight, even though that would mean that review would go up pretty late, right? But remember, a week from tonight, reviews start going up, and they'll start going up kind of late. So the review videos, it's not unusual for them to... Great, now I'm going to have Tom Jones stuck in my head. But it is not that unusual for the review videos to go up at 11 o'clock my time, which is 2 in the morning Eastern, which is why I don't tell people to ring the bell. I just say subscribe. That's it. Because I do not expect people in Europe or on the East Coast to enable notifications via the bell, because no. But these teams meet 4 times during the regular season. October 23rd, when Vancouver will be the visitor for the first home game for Seattle during the regular season. December 27th, January 1st, and April 26th. So if either of these teams are fighting it out for that 3rd spot or maybe the 4th spot in the division, that game could be key on April 26th. Then at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific, the LA Kings and the Arizona Coyotes get at it. These teams meet 3 times during the regular season. Arizona, of course, now in the Central, but they still have 3 games against every team in the Pacific as well. So they play less games than they do against Central opponents, but you're still going to get to see them if you are a fan of the Coyotes in a Pacific environment. If you're in Pacific region, right? If your team is Edmonton or Calgary, I don't know how many people are in Edmonton. I'm like, man, I want to see the Coyotes more, but there might be a couple, and in that case, you'll still see them at least once a year, maybe twice. So November 21st, December 27th, and February 23rd are the 3 dates when the Coyotes and the Kings meet during the regular season, and we'll see how things go for the Kings, right? All right, so there you go. You guys are all set for tonight's games. Let me know who you think wins these games in the comment section below. Remember, the Discord that's in the description for every video that I post does have the pick'em there that we will start to track regular season predictions. We're doing that for the preseason too. And then we wipe the slate clean, and then we get the regular season going. And yeah, we'll see who's able to predict best which teams are going to win on any given night in the National Hockey League. So there you go, 9 games. It's going to be a busy night. If you haven't already hit like and subscribe, please do so. Again, I will not tell you to hit that bell because, no, I tend to post at various times during the day, and so I don't expect that. But thank you guys so much for all your support. It means a lot. I will talk to you again soon.